Alright, we got a fun one today. We're taking a look at Beanstalk Control. This is a deck going around Up the Beanstalk, a 2-mana enchantment from Wilds of Eldraine that is kind of shaking up some of the other formats, notably some of the older Eternal formats like Modern and Legacy are pretty good at breaking up the Beanstalk because they have a lot of alternate casting cost spells, things that are free for 5 or plus mana that you would normally need to pay for them. And so obviously formats like those that can really break up the Beanstalk are going to be super powerful. And this card is considered to be pretty busted in those formats. Now in Historic, we really don't have quite that much power that we can use to break up the Beanstalk, but there are a lot of decently priced cards and things with activated abilities or alternate casting costs that we are able to make work with Up the Beanstalk. And so let's take a look at those real quick. One thing that's kind of notable is that normally in the other formats, Minsc and Boo Timeless Heroes is a 4-mana spell, but here in Historic it has been changed, or I guess it's on Arena in general. It's been modified to the Arena only version that basically just made it 5 CMC. So now Minsc and Boo, while basically being a great finisher for us, can also just trigger Up the Beanstalk, which is cool. We also have Lorien Revealed, another great card that is definitely powerful in those Eternal formats, but also is pretty good in Historic, where you can either Island Cycle this for 1 to help fix your mana, or you can cast a 5-mana spell to draw 3 cards, which is great. Lorien Revealed normally is 5 mana for 3 cards, but, you know, if you have 1 Beanstalk, you get 5 mana for 4 cards, and, like, that is just getting pretty nutty. Additionally, we have Leyline Binding, probably one of the most direct ports from these Eternal formats to Historic, where Leyline Binding is a 6-mana spell but can cost as low as 1 if you're in a 5-color deck like we are. And we're technically not a full 5-color deck, but we do run a single Xander's Lounge to find our black pip in order to make Leyline cheaper. Of course, we have Shark Typhoon, another pretty decent card. Here we're only running 2 of it because it's kind of a lot to play on the 6-mana side, but definitely being able to cycle for a Shark is relevant. And then finally, Herd Migration. You can basically search for a basic here, help fix your colors. But if you have enough mana, you can cast it for 7 and make basically 15 power. That is assuming you have all land types. Other than this, we're just basically going to be a domain slash... So we're going to be a deck that wants to play some small and effective creatures, and then a deck that also can pivot to a control game plan. So the idea being that we want to use a questing druid, we want to use our territorial Kavus and brazen borrowers to kind of pressure the opponent's life total, but that's only if that avenue opens up to us. If that's not the case, we'll be using these as trump blockers while we look for our Up the Beanstalks, Haywire Mites, Fateful Absences, Tribal Flames, Divine Purges, and Supreme Verdicts to wipe up our opponent's creatures. We want to survive until the late game, where our Up the Beanstalk can draw us a bunch of cards, and we can start landing our Minsc and Boos, our Shark Typhoons, casting Herd Migration, Lorien Revealed, etc., in order to close out the game. I guess one thing to note is Tribal Flames is one of the cool domain cards that we get to play. We get to play the combo of Herd Migration, Territorial Kavu, and Tribal Flames, all these domain cards, which, is pretty cool to see. And then, of course, we run Delighted Halflings that can make our Minsc and Boo, can make it uncounterable, and then otherwise it's just something that can pay for the 1 pips, of which pretty much all of our spells can take this basic mana, so it's all good. Except for Territorial Kavu, I guess. With that being said, that is the deck. This is 4-color Beanstalk Domain, or 4-color Beanstalk Control, whatever you want to call it. This should be a fun one today. Hope you guys enjoy. And before we hop into the games, if you want to support the channel with the YouTube algorithm, you can do so by liking and commenting on the video. Also, if you're new here, you can show your support by subscribing for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With that being said, let's hop into some games with this deck and see what Beanstalk can do. Alright, it's round 1 here. We get to start off with our Lorien Revealed, which can find a Xander's. That will get us 4 colors, make that Leyline Binding pretty cheap. I think I like that. What we can also do is... I'm trying to decide if I want to set up for Questing Druid turn 2 or not, or try to get a Delighted Halfling out. I'm going to definitely keep this hand for sure, and then I'll play this forest, deciding what I'm going to do. Okay, so they're going to try to... This is either Self-Mill or Reanimator, so Leyline Binding will be kind of decent, but we really just need to look for a board wipe, to be quite honest. Delighted Halfling into Questing Druid's not going to be that strong, unfortunately, so maybe I just go ahead and Lorien Revealed here. Yeah, I can Lorien Revealed, play a tap land as my turn 2 land, and then do Delighted Halfling next turn. Cool. Looks like they're going to self-mill for a lot here. Yeah, so this is just definitely the Historic Dredge deck. Sure, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and Lorien Revealed now. Find our Xander's Lounge, except actually, well, yeah, the forest, sorry, not the forest, the island will always be an overlap. I'll just get the Xander's Lounge to cover for the black. That means that if we can just get our island out, then we're chilling. Oh, and there's a Supreme Verdict. That's actually going to be great. Here's a halfling. And we are looking pretty solid here. So we need to play one more white mana. We need to find one more white mana, that is. Luckily no hits here. They're going to get double Bloodghast pretty soon. Ooh, Wonder. That's brutal. Ghast comes out. We need to wait to exile their graveyard, and I'm not sure that I have one of those, unfortunately. Thinking a while about that. They decided to go Narcomy, but just to get something out here. They want to race me. This is maybe the last turn that Fateful Absence is pretty strong. I'll put this in tapped. And then maybe we just go Questing Druid looking for that next white source. We take a bunch of damage here, but not enough to make new Bloodghasts hasty, which is good. Talion the Kindly Lord. Okay, fine. Well, let's, I guess, go ahead and Questing Druid now. And we find our white mana source here. They're probably choosing 2. It won't really matter. Oh wow, they actually chose it at 4. Smart. 11. We're very close. Seems like a good enough time to just wipe the board here. Pay 2 life. Get rid of that. We go to 7. We wipe the board. Any land that they can play just now hits me a bunch. Yeah, this is kind of brutal. Oh, and they hit Narcomoeba here. Oh no, I think we're just going to get burnt out. Well, there comes the Bloodghast, and yeah, everything is going to have effectively haste here. It looks like we are just dead here in round 1. Just faster than we could deal with here is this deck. Definitely becoming a pillar of the historic format. This dredge, quote-unquote, deck is pretty solid. They're only playing the blue-black version. I have both that version and the Sultai version on my channel. So if you're looking for that deck, it does exist. Just a simple search on the channel should find it. With that being said, good round 1. We got to see the fast matchup. Let's hopefully find a slower, more control matchup and see how we do in round 2. Alright, it's round 2. After that rude awakening in round 1, we are back. We get to start off with a core Bant hand, which is good. That is our core colors. And yeah, I think I'm definitely happy to keep this hand here. The question is, do I want a Lorien Revealed right away? And the answer is, I think I probably do. I can spend my next 2 turns playing tapped lands. And I'll have all my colors. When it goes with a plains, this is animation module. Okay. This I do not usually see in decks. However, there's one in my queue that is a 1/1 counters based deck that I'm pretty excited to play. We're gonna grab that Xander's Lounge. Okay, sure. We get 2 Xander's Lounge in. Now we have a 2-mana Leyline Binding, and next turn we will have a 1-mana one. Notably, we can't double cast Leyline Binding. If I'd played Spara's Headquarters this turn, next turn we would be able to. So just something to think about there. Alright. Double animation module. So it looks like they're going to be going wide here. So we do want to find a what is the word that I'm thinking of? We do need to find a board wipe. So let's drop a Spara's Headquarters out, and then we get to choose between Ley Lines or Questing Druids. Let's see what happens first here. I think probably animation modules will need to be dealt with. It's nice that now I can do it as a 1-mana spell. Still have not seen a Beanstalk out of 2 games so far, which is interesting. We will seek the Beast, hoping to find one. And it is a Shark Typhoon that we're not going to be able to cast. However, we do find a Leyline Binding, which is cool. Opponent on a bunch of different colors. I wonder if this Field of Ruin would be good. I wouldn't crack it off immediately. I think I probably do want to play this Questing Druid as well, though. Definitely this will be one of the lands that I play out of the exiled cards. And, yeah, I think if I just do Questing Druid, now that seems pretty solid. But now the issue is I don't have a 5th land. So I wouldn't be able to double spell with Field of Ruin next turn. It'd have to be a single spell. I think it's fine. We'll just play Questing Druid now, and then we get to hold up some stuff for later. Ashnod's Altar. Ooh, we got a combo coming in. I mean, Leyline Binding definitely helps us with that, which is good. Looks like they're just going to pass through as they attempt to set up this combo. So this is completely out of my wheelhouse. I do not know what they're doing here. We'll Shark Cycle for just 0 here. Get another card. Divine Purge hits like everything. That's going to be a good card. We can put this one in tapped, and then what do I think about their colors? They seem to want all 5 colors. I have no idea which ones are the most important here. We should take the one that does not overlap with their basic planes, so I will fill the Proving Ground. And then I will take probably a red mana myself. Okay, so they find a mountain as well. I'm definitely down to attack. We'll end the turn holding up a Leyline Binding and Fateful Absence. Jury, Master of the Review. Whenever you sack a permanent, put a counter on it. When it dies, deals damage. Okay. Very interesting. So can Ashnod's Altar sacking Jury? I don't get it. It could kill my Questing Druid, I suppose. Interesting. Okay, so they can kill the Jury at any time. Maybe I just want to do that now. The problem is they can just kill my Questing Druid in response, so it's not really great. I mean, a Divine Purge definitely just sweeps up the board. I'm kind of just waiting for the right turn here. We have enough single target removal that I think I feel safe just holding it up. Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, I think I just need to take out Jury immediately. Or Yuri. I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Opponent might have just dipped out here. If that's the case, I will edit this one, and I will see you in the next round. Oh, opponent is here. Alright, so they do draw a card here. I'm surprised that they did not sack Yuri in response. A lot of things that I can hold up here. I think it's just going to be this triple Leyline Binding. I'm going to hold it until I can find a beanstalk, otherwise it is what it is. This is fine, that doesn't need to be killed. I low-key feel like Divine Purging. So if I get one more land, I can Divine... Oh, it's Scurry Oak combo. What the heck? So how does this work? Sack a creature, put a counter... Okay, but I don't get how Scurry Oak is supposed to get counters. Fine. So we can deal with a Scurry Oak combo, no problem here. I could even just do it now. Yeah, we'll do it now. That makes my Questing Druid still able to attack. As is, they'd be able to trade with it. And then I probably just take Scurry Oak here as opposed to the altar. They can sack the Scurry Oak if they want to. If they don't think that they can get the Leyline Binding off the field. They will give it to me. Cool. And get to it our turn. Haywire Mite's nice. That takes out the Ashnod's altar. We'll swing in first, see if we can get a block here. Alright, looks like we're getting 3 damage in. Now we get our Haywire Mite, and I am just chilling until we take out the altar. We're definitely playing the game that we want to here. Very slow, very controlled, and I feel that we are definitely setting the pace for this game, which is nice. Heliod Suncrown, fine. We can always take that out. They might give the Innkeeper lifelink, possibly. Okay, Samwise Gamgee can return something. I don't see a combo yet. But there's definitely something interesting here. Okay, so now they're going to get double with animation module. Oh, do they... Does altar plus module plus a counter go infinite? Why did they not... Oh, they couldn't pay 1 for that. I don't get it. I'm just trying to see this combo work. This is very interesting. Oh, there we go. There's the animation module. Okay, so they will probably pay the 1 here, making a servo. Then they can sack the servo. Yeah, so, okay. It's Innkeeper plus Heliod plus module plus, like, Yuri. Okay, so they make a creature. They gain a life, put a counter on something, then they can make more creatures. Then they can sack the creatures. Okay, so they basically go infinite like this, I think. I'll just watch it for like an iteration or two. That's very interesting. Okay, so I will probably just say no more Heliod for you. And then I will probably also say no more no more Ashnod's altar for you. We just need to make sure that we disrupt this combo. Okay, what are they doing? They did not show collected company mana. I'm gonna kill the altar, gain 3 life. Yeah, I mean this Divine Purge matches up really well for us here. They look like they're gonna keep the Prosperous Innkeeper, got it. Our Druid gets bigger. Here comes Leyline Binding for Heliod. I mean, seeing animation modules really interesting here. They can make the mana here, and they do end up getting a bunch of creatures. What I could do is Divine Purge, picking up, like effectively picking up my Questing Druid. I think I like the idea of that. Yeah, so I can go Divine Purge. I'd have 3 mana left over. So it's not enough to do Questing Druid, but I do get a Delighted Halfling out. I'm down. Cool. There's a Halfling. Now I got a 1/1, and they basically don't have anything. Let's see where we can go from here. They'll take their entire turn to play most of this stuff out, which is what we really want to be doing. Alright, animation module is the first thing to come back out. It seems like that is definitely important to them. I am going to first do my Questing Druid, see if I need to shock in for anything. Looks like I do, and this is good until the next end step, so I will seek the beast one more time just to make sure this is in the exile zone. Herd Migration would have been nice to discard. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. And I think that I don't need to worry about a combo next turn, so I'll go with Questing Druid now. Lose our land and Herd Migration, which is notable, but that's not the only finisher in our deck. You go for the Innkeeper. This is definitely taking some time for them, which is nice. For 8 mana, I can function on 7. And we just get to go in here. So go. Once again, we have the backup Supreme Verdict. We have targeted removal here a few times. All seems good. So if I had to sum up this deck, it is a mishmash of Scurio combo and legendary one ring combos. Yeah, so this is the combo of making a bunch of foods with, and then being able to draw a bunch with Samwise, and then this Jury is kind of interesting. I think that's just like another side piece right there. I mean, definitely a very interesting deck that the opponent has here. And they even run Woe Strider, wow. Okay. Yeah, they do have a lot of like infinite payouts here. Definitely once this deck combos, I think it just can easily win the game, which is cool. So I'm not going to exile the Woe Strider yet. And I want to make sure that we exile it because it can come back. We also need to watch out for Boromir, I believe it is. That could potentially be annoying. So let's see. Am I going to Woe Strider anything? Or kill Woe Strider, I mean. I don't really feel the need to do it right now. My opponent doesn't have combo online, but does a Heliod change the equation? It does not. So I pass. We just can Lorien Revealed here, draw 3 cards. I think that is powerful enough that I'm just trying to do that. That also grows the Questing Druid, so we don't need to worry about damage too badly. And we hope to just draw a Beanstalk here. That would be the ideal draw. It's unfortunately not one, but we actually just find our 4th Leyline Binding. Wow. I am going to wait a turn before wrathing the board. I don't think I need to do it yet. We'll just pass. We are the control deck. It's our opponent's job to kill us, not the other way around. Liliana Dreadhorde General. So we can sack a bunch of stuff. I'm going to definitely Leyline Bind her and then probably wipe the board, especially if they -4 her.
My army will envelop this world.
Okay, so they end up going for that, sure. Yeah, look at some draws off of that as well, which is tough. I will discard, or I'll lose the Questing Druid Halfling, I believe. That seems like the right move. They draw 2.
Waste not, want not, dead.
I don't think we really need to worry about an extra spell coming out. I actually will take this trade if they offer it to me. They do not. Let's kill the Liliana, because that can't be brought back.
No, defeat. What a drag.
There's our Up the Beanstalk. This is what we've been waiting for the whole time. Now our Leyline Bindings turn into 1 mana, exile, draw 1. So that is basically a 2-for-1. We'll just start sipping out some of these some of these tapped lands here. I'm going to go in with Questing Druid, try to start pressuring. We get to effectively combat Trick with Leyline Binding if it comes down to it. We'll pass. Here's the Scurry Oak again. They do not have their sacrifice anymore, so they need a Heliod here. Looking like the Wrath is probably going to be a pretty good option soon. They go in with 3 mana. I think I'm fine to let that happen. The Yawgmoth, definitely that's getting exiled. This just has every deck or every card in the game. It seems like they are just like a normal 60 card deck, right? Like this is impressive. Not really getting lucky on our draws though. They get to evolve and they get to gain a life, make a token. Is there a combo here that I'm not realizing? There's not, right? Yeah, it's just one. Okay, so Supreme Verdict might be the move. Yeah, I think it's the move this turn. I'll hold Leyline Binding for after. Ooh, Divine Purge. I get to pick up my Questing Druid again. That is pretty good. Let's see what they want to do here. So now we're sitting even more firmly in the driver's seat here. We have our card draw, we have our removal, and we even have board wipes that line up almost near perfectly against my opponent's deck. They are sitting for a while again. They may be looking for a route here, or maybe this time I'm correct in that they've decided to leave the game. We'll see. I'll edit it if I need to. Otherwise, I'll see at the end of this game. Alright, they let it happen. Here is a Shocked Stomping Ground, and then we'll Questing Druid at the end of my turn. Or end of their turn. Alright, so they are just going to rebuild their board here, very slowly. It's going to take them multiple turns, which is nice. They can go Animation Module here. They cycle in Dotha Triumph, which is kind of a surprise. Go ahead and exile the top 2 of my library. Get another Questing Druid. Cool. A lot of cards to play next turn. Yeah, no kidding, jeez. We have a Brazen Borrower now. So the things that are exiled include Questing Druid, land. I'm going to play Questing Druid. We have Supreme Verdict and Up the Beanstalk. Up the Beanstalk definitely getting played here. Do I care to make a Supreme Verdict play? Let's just play the Beanstalk here, see what we draw. Let's see what we're going to do. Is it worth it to spend 4 mana to answer a 1 mana play? I mean, the Prosperous Innkeeper seems to be pretty core to their combo, so let's just do it. Then we get to play one of these lands. I'll choose the Glue Land. And then the question is 1 Questing Druid or 2 Questing Druids. I'll play the 1 expensive one now. So we don't have instant suit removal here, but I don't expect them to combo this turn. Here comes Woe Strider again, sure. They have 4 mana left over. Could cast a Yawgmoth from hand. Is that Corvold? What the heck? Okay, fine. So now I'm going to deploy a Questing Druid army and then start going to town with Leyline Binding. Druid. I could bounce the Corvold actually, which is kind of a good idea. I think I'm down for that. That gives me the opportunity to deploy Brazen Borrower, which also triggers the Questing Druids. They'll need to re-spend a bunch of times. Oh, well, they'll need to re-spend a bunch of mana is what I mean. So we can effectively kind of make them waste a turn here. Whoa, not that. We want to play the Catcher's Triumph. Oh, we already played Land Psych. Never mind then. We'll go in for 2 here, and then we'll just grow the army. Double up the Beanstalk here if we want to draw 2 cards with Leyline Binding. All that seems solid. Stimulus Package. My opponent just seems to be playing like one of every card in the world here. I mean, I'm down for that. It's an interesting deck for sure. Here comes Corvold again. Let's see what they stack here. They stack a land, surprising. This is okay. Thinking I play Brazen Borrower, bounce Corvold one more time. I mean, it just seems to like waste most of their turn if I do that. Jury is back, so they do actually play more than 1 copy of all these cards. How do I feel about letting this be in the game? I guess it's okay. Kind of feeling like a bounce would be decent right now. They are at 9 life. I should actually be able to set up a kill here. Or a forced block at the very least. Yeah, this actually seems like a pretty trivial win here. Opponent's tapped out here. We just play some borrowers and we win the game. Cool, so we'll just play Borrower, throw our stuff, and then we will play a Borrower Bounce. Oh, they do actually get to make some tokens here, that's fair. Whatever. Fine. They're going to Woe Strider as well. They're going to try to figure out what to draw with Corvold. So what I'll do here is bounce the Corvold now. This will force them to decide if they want to sack anything aggressively with Woe Strider. And they kind of have to. Go with the Jury. The Yuri, sorry. That can kill a Questing Druid, but I'll just Leyline Binding in response to kill the Woe Strider. We'll target a Questing Druid. I guess this Leyline Binding doesn't really make a Questing Druid survive or not, so that's okay. I'll just let this kill it. Alright, and I think if we just don't make any big mistakes here, we should win. Big old stack going on here. And there's our Brazen Borrower. We'll pass. And then this Leyline Binding should be the game. No, it's Cauldron Familiar, fine. We will go ahead and Leyline Binding here. I should have done this before the Cauldron Familiar resolved. Oh wait, no, but it's all good because the Cauldron Familiar cannot block. So we do have more than lethal here. Alright. Well, I gotta say that is probably one of the coolest, largest, and most diverse brews I've seen on the channel in a long, long time. I'm going to take a look at this deck here. I will potentially try to see if there's anything that I could play out of this deck. I think it's definitely somewhat of a brew, like a mishmash of a few decks together. But There's definitely some cool like Corvold lines. It like almost plays like a commander deck where there's a bunch of different avenues to victory. So definitely kind of a fun one to see. Not sure if I'd call it the most competitive here, as we are just in gold at the start of a new season, but it is what it is. Either way, very cool deck. We kind of squeaked that one out after playing a nice control plan, and then got to get 2 Beanstalks onto the battlefield. It all feels pretty good. So with that being said, that is round 2, a long one at that, about half an hour it's clocking in at, and yeah, let's get some other games to follow. Here's round 3 coming up. Well, I hope this round 3 goes a bit faster than the last round. What do we think about this? We can technically cast Seek the Beast here, and then we're just really hoping to draw any other kind of land. It's super risky. We don't cast Supreme Verdict or Binding currently. Yeah, we're pretty far off from Supreme Verdict, so if this is aggressive, like, this is really bad for me. There's like a very low chance that we get like a really nice draw and establish some pretty hard card draw. For that reason, I'm interested, though I am pretty sketched out about this hand, to say the least. As long as Questing Druid hits a land and or we draw one, and that land is like good colored, then we should be okay. Oh, there's a Spar's Headquarters, sweet. So I will Questing Druid at the end of my next turn, or end of my opponent's turn, and then hopefully, I hope I'm not going to be punished for this Spar's Headquarters not being the land, because now I can't play up the Beanstalk on turn 2, or on turn 3. Opponent on black and green, this is going to be Call of the Ring. Well, I can kill that, or whatever gets designated as a Ring Bearer. We are now going to shock for up the Beanstalk. Okay. Alright, well, we do have some card draw now. It looks like everything worked out. I can up the Beanstalk into Leyline Binding, I believe. No, I'm missing my black mana still. This is Realm Walker for what? Ooh, it's Nazgul Tribal. I love to see that. So, how are we going to make this work? Realm Walker is annoying. We have Supreme Verdict coming online here very soon. So I'm not really worried about the creature game plan. I could go Beanstalk Halfling? No, I don't have a second green mana. So it is... Yeah, it's actually, I can just only play one card in general. I'll play the Beanstalk first in case I draw my untapped forest or a shock land. We did not draw it. Alright, so we have potentially Kavu as well. Realm Walker comes down here. Let's just hope that we don't get a Wraith coming down onto the battlefield this turn. Leyline Binding, castable next turn. So I'll probably just play non-creatures. Blueline Pretender, sure. Wraith Tribal is heating up, baby. They go Thoughtseize, probably taking Supreme Verdict. Makes sense. Now I need to be a little bit more proactive about putting out blockers. Okay, so Territorial Kavu is a 4/4. That's going to blank a lot of attacks, and then I could just do another Beanstalk. Kavu. Beanstalk. We'll set up for a big redraw off of Leyline. Grid Migration, nice. They are at turn 3. They're going to make me have to block here. It's block if able, right? No, it's whenever it becomes blocked. Okay, so they do have attacks now. Oh, it doesn't even matter. They have an Infernal Grasp. Here comes Nazgul. So now opponent is going to get pretty big. We get hit for 7 here. Now we really needed to have that board wipe. I think I need to take out Nazgul, but I still take 7. Okay, so we have Borrower, we have Binding. I'm going to cast Binding looking for a land, and that'll help me decide what to do next. I think that I need to take Nazgul for sure. But even then, I need to produce basically 3 blockers. Like, I think I need to do Leyline Binding, Fateful Absence, and Delighted Halfling. I'll start with Binding. The thing that needs to be binded is... Oh, nice, we got Supreme Verdict. Oh, we even have Divine Purge. Wait, that's good. Okay, so... Call of the Ring doesn't matter anymore. Realmwalker matters. Divine Purge is castable this turn. Is there anything that I care about never coming back? Is it Realmwalker? Guess it's Realmwalker. Okay, and then... I can't take 6 this next turn. Do I just slow them down this turn? I think I just do that. Alright. This makes our next turn a little awkward. I need to start finding a bit more mana here. It's nice that we have this Supreme Verdict to work on. As long as they don't start double spelling every turn, I think I can stay above the water here. But it's going to be hard. Yeah, because there's an Azul. Okay. They're at 8. That is notable. Supreme Verdict is not quite an option. I only have 2 blue mana, so I can't Brazen Borrower plus Brazen Borrower. What I can do is Delighted Halfling, Borrower Bounce, and Fatal Absence. Or Delighted Halfling plus double Fateful Absence. I think I like that play. I kind of want to bait them into this Supreme Verdict, though. That is kind of important. We cannot take any more combat damage or we will die. Here comes Nazgul. I think I block here and then just wipe up the board with Supreme Verdict, especially if they play another creature. I need to play to an out where I get a Brazen Borrower body onto the field or a Questing Druid, and I can just attack them for 8. So we'll kill whatever's the Ring Bearer and then just try and block the thing that's not. Okay, looks like they're going to kill the Halfling, so I just need to bounce / kill everything else. Borrower Bounce is a good idea because then I can deploy a Borrower. I'm going to have to probably play Questing Druid next turn. Okay, so do I Island Cycle Lorien Revealed? No, I can't do that. So I need to spend 4 mana here to deal with all these creatures that can attack. Alright. We have Borrower Bounce on the Nazgul. Here's Temple Garden. I don't think I want to shock it. Alright, so we have Lorien Revealed to find a land, or to draw a shitload. We have Brazen Borrower to keep us alive for 1 more turn. That is pretty strong. I think we just need to Herd Migration Cycle, probably. And then we also have Shark Typhoon to make a shark. Shark Typhoon can make a 1/1. I don't think we have enough mana to really conceivably play a Shark Typhoon with as the enchantment. Ooh, they might have a way to remove Leyline Binding. No, it's a Nazgul, okay. Ring time 2, whatever. Okay. I guess should not have given them that card selection. Alright, so we're gonna bounce that. They are at 4. We can make a 1/1. And this is very sneakily lethal the following turn. Lorien Revealed. So I can just play Lorien Revealed, redraw, actually. Oh, okay, now I can't. They're gonna have a second creature. Right. It would be unwise of them to go to 2. Oh, and we have Tribal Flames. This is lethal, right? Our one of Tribal Flames. Let's go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is exactly lethal. Alright. Tribal Flames for the game. What a poetic way to end it. Alright, well that was our round 3 here. Really just, you know, once again, found the blockers that we needed to. We had Divine Purge lined up pretty well here. Obviously, Supreme Verdict was an all-star. And we were able to leverage Territorial Kavu, Delighted Halfling, and our Shark token as little blockers until we drew into what we needed. If I didn't draw Tribal Flames here, what was my move? I always have this back pocket Supreme Verdict. I could have put them to 3. I could have... Yeah, I could have... Okay, I could have Supreme Verdicted, played Questing Druid after... So, okay. Here's what I would have done if I did not draw the Tribal Flames. Attacking for 1, they go to 3. Wipe the board, play Questing Druid. They play something on their turn. I get ready to block with Questing Druid. And then I deploy Brazen Borrower plus whatever else I need to do in order to make sure that that 3 power in this guy is enough to kill them. So I think I had them no matter what here. We definitely just drew into the quicker out, so that was nice. Good round 3 right there. Let's hop into round 4. Here we go. Okay, round 4. Lorien Revealed. We have Leyline Binding that will be basically discounted by 3. Kavu's not castable, but will basically be a 4/4 eventually. And of course I have the Island Cycling to get me there. Yeah, this is actually not a bad hand. Pay 2 life here. We will Lorien Revealed. And this is Speaker of the Heavens, so we want Bounce and a Board Wipe. That is the name of the game here. Divine Purge will match up pretty favorably here. Seems solid. Oh nice, we even have a Fateful Absence. I'll just Lorien Revealed again. Cleric class, fine. Soul Warden, fine. We're gonna cycle here. We're gonna find a Spara's Headquarters. I can play the Kavu here actually, which is great. It's in tap. That's a 5/5. No, it's not. I needed a green mana. Okay, so we will Borrower, Bounce, or Fateful Absence something. Then next turn we get the Territorial Kavu out, plus hold up Leyline Binding. I believe it's correct to kill Speaker of the Heavens immediately. That thing is the payoff for hitting 27 life. Now it doesn't matter so much if they hit it or not. Alright, there's a Stomping Ground, so we have double red. Is it worth holding up Brazen Borrower here? I don't know. I think it is. This Territorial Kavu. They get to gain their life, but I have a 5/5. Let's see what they can do on 2 or 3 mana here. Ooh, this is good. I am definitely happy taking them down a peg here with the Kavu attack. Put in a tap land, just go in. I will discard and draw. Discard this land. Draw Halfling. Now we even have a blocker here. They go down under their 27 life threshold. And yeah, we got a blocker here. Oh, jeez, I just put them right back to their threshold. Well, that's fine. It is what it is. They needed to draw this land here. They do. Now what happens? Are they going to kill my Kavu? They can exile. I know that they have that kind of effect. It's a Soul Warden. Okay. Well, I mean, here, this is just a situation where I'm looking to board wipe the crap out of my opponent. And then this is 6 mana. That's going to be a Shark Typhoon here. I will go in for 5 again. Discard a card, draw a card. I want to keep Leyline Binding here. Oh wow, another Shark Typhoon. We can start competing in the air here. Let's see what their angle is. I assume this is probably Angels. It has to be. I'm just surprised we haven't seen one yet. They're reading my stuff. I don't know if they're trying to exile it or just playing their move. Yeah, I'm a little confused here, not gonna lie. Is it Beanstalk or Shark Typhoon? I'm gonna go Beanstalk. Because that will turn these both into card draw. I hate that I'm giving them this. I guess I could Leyline Bind that. Let's move into attacks. I'm going to discard the Delighted Halfling, draw a card. Nice. Fateful Absence is good. You can blow them out here. They're just going to take the damage. And they're going to gain another 6 life if I play this Leyline Binding to take Cleric class. That sucks. I think I need to just start taking these out, but it's going to be not really something that matters because of the way that this matchup is happening. Yeah, I think I just Fateful Absence and Leyline Binding. We'll see what they play next turn. We just need to make a big enough board that we can attack them every turn in the air. Skyclave Apparition. I wonder what they'll take. Beanstalk or Kavu? Will they recognize the power of the Beanstalk here? Or do they just want to take out a 5/5? That is probably the smartest move. So I'm going to play Leyline Binding here. I think I want to take out Cleric class more so than anything else. They annoyingly still get their Soul Ward in here. Yep, fine. They're just making a big Skyclave. Okay. Oh, Divine Purge. That's great. Divine Purge is exactly what I want to be doing. And then I think I Fateful Absence to that. They gain some life. It's whatever. We will be able to attack him down in the following turns. I hate that they're gaining so much life. This is just a mess. I think I just go next Shark Typhoon here. Just start to go in big time. I'll discard my Delighted Halfling. Find a land, cool. Alright. Now we're doing a little damage, keeping them in check, relatively speaking. We'll just play another Shark Typhoon and try to go over the top. Enjoy your 6 life. Here's a Temple Garden intapped. And say go. If things get too hairy, there's always Divine Purge to save us. That's fine. I mean, this Divine Purge is just a lifesaver in this matchup, so I'm, you know, not really going to be severely punished for how terribly I'm playing this one right now. Obviously, I'm kind of screwed if they find Righteous Valkyrie. Oh, this is Trelasarna, so this is not really Angels. So I'm kind of surprised that Speaker of the Heavens is in this deck, but, you know, do what you're going to do. I believe this is probably a time where Divine Purge is important to be cast. I would really like to make sure that I have another card to play. Because if I don't draw anything after the turn that I Divine Purge, it's bad. I'll leave up a chump blocker for the Trellisara. Well, I guess this Kabu will have to stay. I'll attack for the max in the air. We'll chump block and then Divine Purge. Oh, right, that 2/2 was on the ground. Okay, now we end turn. Opponent is at a healthy 60, and that is Heliod. Heliod is a creature. And so now we just exile everything. Sweet. This is about to be a pretty big blowout. After 1, 2, 3, the Kabu and Halfling will still be castable, so I will be able to make more. Well, actually, those won't make sharks, but it is what it is. Opponent's going big and wide. I'm a little bit worried for my life. Alright. Is it just the Trellisara? Alright, go to our turn. This is going to be an attack in and then Divine Purge turn. I'd like to Divine Purge at instant speed, but that's unfortunately not going to happen. I want to make sure that the Kavu doesn't die. I want to be able to replay it. Alright, they're at 54. Here's Divine Purge. Make some sharks, they'll immediately die. After our opponent gains just way too much life. Alright, they got a big board. Now they have a small board. Here is a Territorial Kavu. And there's a land. I'm in top deck mode and they have access to a lot of cards, but they come in slowly. Let's see who wins. So Warden in tapped. Trellisara coming in as well, alright. If we draw well, we win this game. If we don't, we lose. Alright, that is something. Alright, Leyline Binding. I almost just need to take out Soul Warden. But they can play more Soul Wardens is the problem. I'm going to take out the Cleric class, I think. This thing is just doubling up their life gain. It's too much. I think if we get rid of that, we can fight their life gain pretty effectively. Alright, here's Questing Druid. Now they gain 2 instead of 4. That's a lot better. And if I was smart, I would have done this backwards. Oh, wait, never mind. Here is now Questing Druid, Leyline Binding. Making sure I hold up the white for this. You can have as much life as you want. I'm going to take your Trellisara. They've already been scrying to the top. Alright, now I have a pretty commanding attack here. I go to 82. take Trelisara, go in. They're going to replay Trelisara. It's going to take probably most of their turn. Take out the Skyclave Apparition, probably. That'd be the worst thing that they could do to me. And now, it feels like we're doing a bit better. We got a big board, they got a small board. That's what we like to see. It's the Seiju getting back a Cleric class, the good Cleric class, I might add. Let's take a Jetmir's Garden. Oh, they actually didn't take the one that was level 2 or level 3 or whatever. Here's Trelisara, comes in tapped. We can still lose to, like, combo, but... Oh, Lorien Revealed's huge. I'm attacking all in first. I am going to exile card. We will take out their creature. I can almost take them off of green mana entirely, I just realized. Alright, we cracked them down to under 40. I'm gonna just Lorien Revealed here. We're gonna go for it. We need to scale more than they can scale. That's the name of the game. They're still holding their Heliod for whenever they get this Scurry Oak out. I can play Herd Migration. Herd Migration doesn't really fare too well with Trelisara though. Play up the Beanstalk. And now I'm thinking, does it matter if I Field of Ruin their green source? We will see. I'm gonna do it. See if they play a basic green source. I can do that one more time and have it not be a strip mine for myself. They do play green, darn. I don't think I want to Herd Migration in general. I guess I could find my last mana source, but yeah, it's all good. Alright, we have about a 2-ish turn clock. Okay. I can't really do anything except for just attack. Jeez. It is annoying to tap. Alright, take however much that is. Alright, they are at 6. Can they combo us? They need to basically have the combo now. Actually, even if they do, they won't have haste, so I should have my opponent here. Oh, but they can gain infinite life, so, let's see what happens. Well, they drew exactly what they needed to draw. Let's cast our Herd Migration here. We're going to just discard this, find our last land. So that we don't hold priority, and I am going to let my opponent just do whatever the heck they want to do here. Without... I think it goes without saying I'm going to probably edit this long section out, so I will see you guys when that is done. Going to help Flyers. Get him down to a nice respectable 127 and play Divine Purge. They can go as high as they want in life. Yeah, I guess this will be another editing session. Bye. Alright. Do I play the Kavu now or the Questing Druid? I think I just play the Kavu. Then I have Questing Druid to set up for the next turn. Deck. This is fine. I'm just jump blocking this one. Bam, 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 bam. And I will get to go out effectively on my own turn. Very cool. Let's go ahead and exile the last two cards in my deck here. And those are the final two. I will move to my draw step, and we are dead. Alright, wow. Well, that was a 40-minute game here. I'm going to edit this down to hopefully not that long. And yeah, basically I think I'll just summarize it here, since all the explanation that I gave along the way might as well just be edited out. Basically, opponent comboed us out, but it was done so in such a way that we were able to play a couple more turns and basically not die immediately. And so basically what ended up being the limiting factor of this deck, which is generally how some of these legacy decks run into some inconsistencies, is that we basically draw too much with Up the Beanstalk. And that is one of the criticisms of these legacy decks. But, you know, it's kind of important that we can showcase that here in Historic as well, though definitely I don't think it's as much of an issue, because against most decks that don't have the Cleric class and Soul Ward in combo, you know, we generally do pretty well against those. So an important game to show nonetheless here. Big editing job coming for me in the future here, but for now, let's hop into round 5. This is definitely one of the longest leagues I've played in a while, but hopefully it has been enjoyable for you guys. We have the final round coming up here, and I do like this Supreme Verdict hand. We are unfortunately missing the white mana for it, but we can find one of them through Lorien Revealed, and then that can be used to cast a slightly more expensive Leyline Binding, as we won't have black. But then the red does allow us to get a Minskin Boo out, which I do like. I'm down. Let's try it. I guess, should I just play Field of Ruin to start? Guess I could do that. Cheapest way with no life to get what I want. We find our white mana with Spar's Headquarters. And it is a aggro deck. Okay. We get Lorien Revealed again, so we're going to have our cheapest Leyline Binding. Glad I didn't shock earlier. And now basically we just get to play slow. We are set up for turn 5 Minskin Boo. The astute among you may notice that I did not pick out a second white source here. As we draw our Supreme Verdict. Oh god. Well, Leyline Binding can take out something. We'll do it before combat on their turn. I suppose I will take out the thing that is doing 2 damage to me a turn. We'll only take 3 here. Light up the stage with Spectacle here. They have a Steamkin. There's the untapped white source I was hoping for. This could be a Supreme Verdict play, and I think it is. Just want to make sure they can't get any use out of that Steamkin. Send him back to the drawing board. This is looking like the control game that we want to play. Here's a Chandra. Okay. I think Minsk immediately kills that. We shock. Here's a Minsk and Boo. We'll make Boo, put 3 counters on Boo. Move to combat, swing in a Chandra. Alright. And now we actually get to play a game with Minsk and Boo on the field. We have a backup Supreme Verdict, so we can sack our Boo whenever we want to, and then wipe up the board. I like this play. I like this board state. Feels very comfortable for me. They're going to Slaying Fire, and I just get another Boo right away. Don't think they know how the Boo plan works here. I'm going to play one of these and then cycle the other. We can deal with a creature, and we have a big Boo coming. This is a Torbrand. Okay. I think I am going to cycle and then kill the Torbrand. Alright. Minsk and Boo plus, hit for 7. Play a Beanstalk.
Actually, go big. Just go big.
Divine Purge. Great to hold up. Alright. Opponent is dead without a blocker here. And actually, yeah, even with a blocker, they're dead. Alright. Well, by stark contrast, this ended up being a 4-minute game, so that's good. I think for my sanity, I'm glad that I'm done with this almost 2-hour recording session. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video here. This deck was a blast to play. Definitely cool getting to play up the Beanstalk. And I think in retrospect, if I'm going to give some thoughts after the fact here, I definitely think that Historic is not as broken for Up the Beanstalk as some of these other formats are, but that is just kind of like what happens when you're a subset of these larger Eternal formats. With that being said, if you enjoyed the video, you can show your support for the channel by dropping a like or commenting on it. Let me know if you played the deck. Let me know if you'd make any changes to it. I'm curious to see what Up the Beanstalk can do in Historic, because I don't think its potential is fully understood yet. With that being said, oh yeah, one other thing, if you are new here and would like to have videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the Historic format with decks like these, you can go ahead and subscribe to the Full Control MTG channel for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, I'm ready to get out of here. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see ya in the next one. Peace out.